Hey, peace family, what's going on? It's Cornez with Too Smart to Be Broke. I want to thank you for coming to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about network marketing, MLMs, and pyramid schemes. Stay tuned.
I'm too smart to be broke. I'm too smart to be broke. I'm too smart to be broke.
Alright, peace family. If it's your first time here, it's Cornez with Too Smart to Be Broke, as I just said, and I talk about business credit. I talk about ways to get started in this business. Just plant seeds with you to, make money online. And now's the time of need. We need that. We need that. So if you're interested in any of that information, please make sure to share, like, and subscribe, okay? So a lot of my videos, I do talk about getting business funding, being able to operate as a business without stressing yourself out on a personal level. But if you've never heard that before, please go up to this video above and I'll show you step by step how to get business credit, how to get business funding without necessarily leveraging your personal, but you could do that too. But anyway, go look at that video, check that out. But let's get into what I'm talking about today. Hey, so the gist of this conversation is about network marketing, MLMs, pyramid schemes, and making money online opportunities. So what I like to talk about a lot of times is mindset, because for me, everything comes from a mental standpoint, and I'm going to touch on that in a bit. So the simple premise to this is one man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay, so what that equates to me is just saying that everything's not for everybody, but it depends on the perception and the mental state and the mindset of somebody that you're presenting this opportunity to. It may not be for you. I'm not going to try to sell a regular bicycle to somebody who does not have any legs, or to somebody who's just not interested in learning how to ride a bike. I can educate them on how it could be healthy and beneficial for them, but more so, I'm looking for people that are looking for a bike at a good price. More or less. All right. So not to get too off there, but I would say this: one man's trash is another man's treasure. And the reason I was saying is it comes from a mental standpoint, because it depends on your perception, depends on your paradigm. So if you want a good book to read as far as like natural laws, check out the Kabbalion. I think it's like the 7 Hermetic principles from Hermes Trismegistus or something like that. But really, I think it's rooted from Kemet and Tahuti. But I think the Greek people then changed his name around and all that stuff. But anyway, go check that out if you kind of want to understand some principles, some natural laws. And the first one is mentalism, meaning all is mental. So when you're coming into some information that depends on your mental state and how you perceive it, and everybody's mental capacity is different, and everybody's life experience is different, so they look at things different. Because you give somebody one opportunity and they call it a scam, another person gonna make $1 million. So was it a scam, or did you perceive it that way, or you got some bad experience with it and the other person looked at it differently? Let me tell you this too. Business is not personal. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of you have emotions tied in to stuff when it comes to business. Something that's challenging to do when operating in a business is separate emotions from business. All right, because understand, if you living in the system over here, it's commerce. Commerce is first if you living in the matrix, right? And even understanding commerce can help you sidestep the matrix, but you still need to understand commerce if you're operating in that capacity. All right. Now, with that being said, there's people that do things morally and immorally. A lot of people who do business, they don't really care about morals on a grand scale. Now, if you're, there's some good people, good brothers. I do my best to do moral business. I mean, it's not like it doesn't resonate with me to, be immoral, just in a nutshell. But however, a lot of business is cutthroat. And for lack of better terms, they don't care. So a business operates from a logic standpoint and a number standpoint, because they there to make money. Consumers operate off of an emotional standpoint. That's how businesses get your business, is they connect with you 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, from an emotional standpoint. Companies do it all the time with music. They do it all the time with colors. They do it all the time in commercials. Just targeting your trigger points, some type of emotional trigger point that gets you invested. Okay, so typically when you're doing business with people, you want to do business with people, but you know, like, and trust. Or, you know, for instance, if you have, here's a perfect example of how people sell you. Now, if just follow me, because I don't judge anybody. I'm just here to give you a business aspect. Some of your favorite institutions that you people, at least before we was going through where we're going on now, some of your favorite institutions that some people go to on Sundays, or that is a 501c3 organization that takes donations, but they may present it in the term of an offering, have you emotionally attached to feel like it's like your duty to give up your fiat Federal Reserve notes and put them in that bowl for your religious reasons. And look, I'm not against any of that. I was born and raised, I was baptized and brought up as a Christian. I'm just looking at things from a business perspective now, and that's a nonprofit organization that is pretty much donations. Ain't no taxes on the donations, more or less. But if somebody, you look at things from a business, I'm just saying be aware. So that's how people get you involved. Are there good people out there giving you great information to guide you and help you on your religious path? Of course. But I'm just saying, don't be fooled just because people get you emotionally attached. They're just one way, but it's like that when it comes to business. So you say pyramid schemes. I don't believe in pyramid schemes are a scam. Let me share something with you. Some of the strongest, some of the best structures in the world are pyramids. I don't know, you see how they play tricks on our mind to try to make it seem like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Whoa, go take a look at some of the structures around the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you get to studying pyramids and how they operate, and just the technology that it is, and the architectural stuff that's going on, like if you take some energy and it's concentrated coming from that point and coming down, like come on now, you got to think about the job you probably was working at was a pyramid. You got the person who control it, or either the owner or the controller. Then you got the person who hired they under that, they leadership, the management. Then you got the employee. You got so many different little tiers of people. That's a pyramid, but you can trust in that all this time, and guess what? A lot of you peoples are laid off. So look, hey, the food pyramid, you need to watch out for a food pyramid that they've been giving you all these years. They ain't been the right one. But what I'm saying is, if you take the time to study and look into stuff and just kind of change your mindset on stuff and just be aware. You don't have to go join these opportunities. But are people making thousands of dollars by, hey man, you come over here, I pay $25, and you pay your $25, now I get $25. All you gotta do is bring somebody else in, you get $25. Oh, that's a scam. But what happens when I go to an apartment complex and they say, hey, if you bring somebody over, I give you a month free, or I give you $200-300 credit to your rent, or I give both of y'all $200 or $300. Is that a scam, but you benefited from the referral? But the person, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, it depends on your mindset, man. So every opportunity from everybody, there's people doing more and more business, and you have to make sure the opportunity is right for you. Now, what happens most of the time, they hang you up from an emotional aspect, and they sell you because you connected to them some type of way. And when you get inside their program, they may or may not help you reach the level that they did, or you may or may not have the hustle or the mindset to understand how you got put in that position, and how you could duplicate the thing that they just did to bring you into that system. Okay, so you have to really understand really what's going on, and the triggers and the things that brought you to that point where you at now. Like, duplicate that process. Okay, now I'm not in the business of making people feel bad or like I got one over on them, but understand, people play tricks with your mental all day and play off of your emotions. So you have to start moving with a different perspective out here. Some of the strongest structures in the world are pyramids, okay? But if you're not in tune to that, then you're just gonna be lost in the sauce. Now I say this, if those opportunities are not for you, great. There's plenty other ways to go out here and make money. Create your own product, partner with a product or service that you actually know, like, and trust, and you use and benefit from, and you can speak to people from a real perspective and experience, or provide some type of service that you do yourself and show people how to do that. There's so many ways to make money online. You can share apps that are free apps for people to download. That way when they download the app, they didn't pay you no money and you don't feel bad about it. But let me tell you something. It's commerce out here. Don't operate from that employee mindset, aka slave mindset, voluntarily. Don't operate from that mindset, because we're not gonna get in that talk right now. But don't operate from that mindset. Understand that it's commerce out here. It's commerce out here. It's commerce out here. So you need to put yourself in a position to start receiving currency from your energy. It's just an exchange of energy. You want free. Well, here goes some free game. And this is what I do to sprinkle stuff on you. But you can't expect people to keep giving you information for free if you're not reciprocating any energy. That's all currency is, i.e. money is currency. It's an exchange of energy. So what type of value do you provide? You know what I'm saying? You provide value, you receive value back, and that's just what it is. So he or she, however you want to term it, because the finite mind really can't even overstand and understand the infinite, so we have to label it as he and she rather than just saying, the creator of the all. But anyway, he, she, or whomever controls the paradigm is God. Peace.
I'm too smart to be broke. I'm too smart to be broke. I'm too smart to be broke.
Where's the money?